Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. We're gonna do some carp fishing tonight because that is about to be gone. Luckily, it's not gonna be really bad with the bugs and the mosquitoes, but they are out. It is kind of chilly, kind of windy. Honestly, we weren't sure if we were gonna be able to do this, and who's we? We're with Dustin tonight. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna see if we can get homeboy here to catch his first carp with just one rod apiece. And the reason why we didn't know if this was gonna happen tonight, we thought about doing it last night, but we couldn't make it happen. So now we're here tonight, and we weren't even sure if we could make this happen. I mean, just look around. That's what we're talking about. If you look back this way, it gets even darker. But the forecast just kept pushing that stuff, that bad stuff, that rain, that high wind, just pushing that really gnarly stuff deeper, deeper. So hopefully we can get this done before we get wet. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it is going to be breezy. And it is chilly. Pretty much already set up, sort of, mostly. Got my rods, one for me, one for Justin. I've got my 10-foot Daiwa Black Widows down here. I've got mine's with a pin, and then this one is an XPR 6000 from BigCarpTackle.com. Sad thing to say though, my bite alarms, the batteries are dead. I haven't carp fished in a long time, didn't know they were dead. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it old school with your eyes. We're going to start, this is the one thing we don't have done yet, and we're going to get Dustin to get his hands dirty. So first thing I want you to do is grab that can of Planko breadcrumb, open it up, pour it in the bucket. We're making ground bait, people. Pull out, put that can of corn to the side, pull out that bag of grits. See what I mean by the bugs? They're coming. They're not biting, but they're here. Okay, so you see this little container right here? Fill that up to about where you see that water line.
Gotcha.
A little more. All right, that's good. We kind of use stuff like that as a measuring, but really ground bait, when it comes to the amounts you put in, that's about intuition. It's more about the liquid and the consistency and everything, but we're gonna get there. All right, so now you want to grab that box of gelatin out of there.
Okay. Not seeing no box of gelatin, Mark. Oh, here it is.
Oh, the whole thing. That can of corn. I'm gonna do something. Go ahead, open it and pour that whole thing. So this is what I'm saying. This is the thing that can go wrong. We just poured the whole can of corn, liquid and everything. Now that could be soupy, but if it is soupy, we can fix it up with more Planko or more grits. Now get your hands in there. So to the side, we have a collapsible bucket full of water, and we have a rag. It looks like it was not a mistake to put that in there. You want to get all that moisture mixed up with the dry stuff. What you want is a doughy consistency, but not too doughy, because you want it to be able to break up when it hits the water. We're fishing method leads tonight, but we're also going to feed. We're not going to fish at a great distance, just right in front of us. Let's see where you're at. See, it's still coming apart. You need a little bit of moisture, maybe a little more breadcrumb. There might be too much grits in there. So what we're gonna do, take this right here, and get some water in it. We're gonna sneak up on it. You're gonna mix as
there's a baby shrimp in there.
A little grass shrimp never hurt anybody.
Nah.
I'm gonna add another can of Planko.
All of it over.
Yes, the whole thing. With a little bit of doctrine, finally got it where I want it. See that? Easy peasy consistency for making the mold onto the method lead and for making dough. But look, it's going to come apart in the water. You don't want it to come apart when casting though. If you have too many grits, that'll make it degranulate really fast. So it's a little heavier on the Planko. There we go, that looks good. One of my tips is if you let it sit for a while, when it feels a little too wet, let it sit and that moisture will get soaked up by stuff that's still dry, because I'm sure there's still lots of stuff dry in here. But this is looking like a really good particle bait, and the strawberry is the attractant, and so is the corn.
I'll be honest with you, it smells wonderful.
It does. You hit that red button again for me. I spent all that time talking about the ground bait, getting bugs in my eyes. I forgot to mention, what is my actual hook bait? I know a lot of people think it's corn, but now there's people who know it is corn, but it's fake corn. Doing this because we won't end up bringing turtles in, so we're going to put the fake corn on the hair with the real corn in the feed. This is a baiting needle that I'm skewering this corn with. It is the gated variety. Changed my baiting needle to a finer one to be able to get through there. I remember back in the day they used to have these really nice baiting needles that were on the market where it was just a point with a hook. They probably still make them. They're just, I haven't seen them in a while. These gated ones sometimes work better if you pre-drill. So now we're on the loop and you're like, what? That is a knotless knot or a snail. And so we're going to push this past the gate up to the knot. We want to expose as much of the loop as possible. That way it's actually easier for you to get your bait stop through the loop. And I'm using some fiddly bait stops, little soft plastic. You can use a piece of grass or something. This is to stop the bait from coming off. A lot of people might think that that's not going to work, but I say it is, because it looks just like a piece of corn, and there's going to be food out there, and this is going to be in a lump. Let's get it in the lump. There's my method lead. I'm going to take some bait, get it on there, maybe pinch a little off. I'm sorry guys, you didn't see what I was doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't always need to use the mold, but we do have a mold here. Now we're going to take our hook bait. You could put some real corn on this. We might not have problems with turtles, but could have problems with turtles. We're going to put a little, just a tiny bit on there, and then we're going to take this mold, push that on there. As you see, we got some excess getting squeezed out. That's good, as long as our hook bait is not in that. That's why you want that center on top. You could also put the hook bait inside the lump, but I prefer to have it just up top. And it's okay to have a little bit hanging off the side like that. And there we go. It's a perfect lump, half an egg. It will land just like this because the lead's on the bottom. It's 34 grams. It's probably about an ounce. All right guys, because it's gone dark, I'm not going to be able to show too much of the casting, but if you like to listen to me, this is for you, because I'm going to talk him through lobbing a bait. Remember, I said I don't want to fish out too far. I'm just, because I don't have the catapult or the spoon with me. And what we're going to do is keep about 4 to 6 feet off the tip of this 10-foot black widow, swing it like this, and lob it out just right out in front of us, because I don't have any other way but casting pieces of bait out by hand. And we just have to remember where our method lead is. And while I'm baiting up my stuff, I'll have homeboy put a little bit out. Even though my batteries are dead at the moment, we're still going to use the dropper so we can see drop back bites without the beep. It's fine. Now we just sit here and watch very attentively. He's watching his, I'm watching mine. The light is helping. It's keeping the bugs over there. What we want to watch is the droppers. I'll turn on this light again. See the droppers. We want to look for change in those. I can't really see my line, but I can see his coming off his tip. Really, what we're looking for is the droppers moving and the rod tip itself. But if we get a slack line, the dropper is going to move. So not being able to see the line, no big deal, no problem. Ah, yes. Yes. He bit. I pulled, but I snagged him. Yes. I thought this was going nowhere. Honestly, we've just been sitting here for a while. We've had bites, him a few more than me. Yes. Oh, this video is gonna be horrible, isn't it? But yeah, we're not going anywhere quite yet. It is after 10, I would think, or near 10. Let me turn on the light, guys. This is, oh yes, get that net. I don't know if this is a carp. Oh, it's a cat. We don't need the net. Getting bigger. It's another channel cat. Yeah, you're right. Looks like we're on the verge of not the greatest catfish video here. Well, yeah, we had that talk. We were like, okay, if we don't get a bite in 30 minutes, we're gonna jet at 10, and it's past 10 and the bites are just coming in, because sometimes it's like that. You get this ground bait out. In this world, if the catfish world, we would say chum. I have to get my pliers out. They don't get on your ground bait right away, but if you feed good, maybe an hour, 2 hours later, there's going to be a lot of fish in your swim. And we're just now starting to get bites left and right, but I think it's mostly these channel cat. There's got to be a carp somewhere. It might be tough. Shoot, it's been tough. We haven't had much go on until now, the last mile of this session, and it's probably because these are fairly post cold front conditions. Yes. Nice and gentle, don't horse them. Oh man, it didn't move the rod tip a lot. It made the dropper come loose. This is not a cat. Man, I am psyched now. 2 little cats for me, and I think we have your first carp. Just be gentle. Remember, if you need to turn his head, bring that rod tip to the side, and that drag might be a little loose, so but let him run, because you don't want to pull the hook. You don't want to get too aggressive with them. You want to use the curve of the rod. Right, yeah, just let him tucker out a little bit.
Oh, he's gently just pulling at it right now.
Yes, I'm not 100% sure if you got a carp or yes, it's a carp. You got your first carp. At first it was like, yes, maybe you got one of them elusive blue cats. Our good friend Craig used to swear up and down. All right, I got him in the net. Yeah, Craig used to swear up and down that this particular canal did not have blue cats till one day we caught a big blue cat here, and you just got me soaking wet. Yes, sir.
Oh wow, man!
I think you got a double digit there.
That is beautiful, man.
I knew if we sat it out, eventually we would get what we wanted. And that's what we came here to get you your first carp.
Yes. Oh my God.
Forget about what I got. It's all about what you got.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming out here with me. Whew.
All right, guys, we're coming over to the unhooking mat. We're gonna get him down real quick. I'm gonna get whatever moisture's on the lens here so you can see stuff better. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unhook him here, but we're gonna take the staff off this ring net, get the scale out, because we want to know what homeboy's first carp weighs. I think it's a double digit. I think he's over 10 pounds for sure, somewhere just a bit over that. Okay, come on, relax, relax.
11?
Possible. So I haven't zeroed out the scale. The net itself is about maybe a pound.
Oh wow.
It's probably so we got 14.15. It's probably 13 something, but I tell you what we'll do. Weigh the net now. Yeah, definitely just a little bit over 13 is what that fish was, but that's a good double. That is a nice double right there. You thought 11 and you got better. Nice. Okay, so we got some fresh water to get some of that grass off them. When you have your fish out for a while, especially these carp, and you're going to show it off a lot, take some pictures, this will chill them out a little bit. Plus it gets the grass off if they came off the unhooking mat and got... And it's, one thing I didn't do is I didn't get this unhooking mat wet prior to catching this fish. I should have done that, but I didn't. Not that big of a deal. Okay, got the grass off that side. You ready with your phone?
Oh yeah.
This is a nice looking common. Did you want to hold it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm happy that it worked out, bro. That's why we came here. Get your first carp.
Beautiful
nice
fish, man. So happy about it.
I bet you are. You want to try releasing it?
Yeah.
You can do it right in the... like a sling. Just slip him out. You might want to, if he doesn't take right away, you might want to work him back and forth. Give him time to come back. He's moving his gills. He's got it. There he goes. He's gonna be fine. Thank you, buddy.
Wow, man.
All right, guys, running out of light. This is all I got left, but we have that. That's a nice golden look. Look at that. Yeah, you're right. This is the end of the video. Hey, it's always nice when you come out and you get your target fish. It's even better when your homeboy gets it and it's his first. That's what this was all about. Really happy that it worked out. It was looking for a while that it wasn't, but then it did. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, guys. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I will see you next time.